Hey traders, Raghee here, and the last few updates we've been talking about some short-term strategies, and based on the kind of price action we've seen, especially in something like the Russell, we're going to switch back out to some of the longer-term time frames, and in this case we'll kick this off with the Russell, which as you can see has once again moved down into the point of control and the 34 EMA on the high. Now this is typically a zone from which I will look for opportunities to get long in a double green environment. So what is double green? That means the 8 is above the 13 is above the 21, and the 21 is above the 34 EMA wave, which is the trio of moving averages, a 34 period exponential moving average on the high, the close, and the low. So what we have is double green. Again, all those moving averages are lined up perfectly. So when we touch a 1403 low, that's a daily time frame pullback buy. Now, before you think that, okay, this is kind of fired off and we missed it, I do think we're going to see some significant volatility tomorrow, both to the up and down side. Supposedly we have a nearly record-breaking $1.8+ trillion of options that are expiring tomorrow. And then I am looking for a fairly bearish, or at least a lot of redemptions going into the end of the month, end of the quarter. And so if we're looking at what's going to happen between tomorrow, the 19th, all the way into the 30th of June, I think we're going to start to see some pressure on the market. So I would not recommend on daily time frames getting too aggressive on longer term pullback buys. I think we're going to get some really nice pullback opportunities from which we'll either be able to trigger a long position within the wave, or maybe even an oversold position just below it. Now, I think your relative outperformance leader is still the NQ, and I think we have some relative outperformance in a number of NQ stocks and sectors. I think your lack of relative outperformance is probably somewhere in the Dow. I think the Russell has some decent structure for a pullback buy, but I would probably be somewhere in the vicinity of 1320 before I even think about a more conservative Russell buy. Yes, 1403 is an aggressive opportunity, but don't underestimate that 1320 oversold area. So on one hand, I'm telling you, let's be bullish. On the other hand, I'm saying that between expiration and the end of the month, I think we're going to have a lot of back and forth, and I think we're going to have some ability to pick up some names down at the bottom of ranges. I'm still overall bullish this market. I have to be. You know, the tools that I've designed to help guide me through the markets are telling me the structure. Again, 8 above 13, 13 above 21 EMA, 21 EMA above the trio of the 34 EMA on the high-low close. So let's look for long to the long side here. And I would continue to look for a relative outperformance the NASDAQ and the sectors that are heavily weighted within the NASDAQ. So that's what I'm looking at here. Yes, I'll probably look at some day trades tomorrow, but I'm going to go right back into the same mode that I went in on Monday, which is pullback buy mode on the daily. So this is how I'm going to do it. And this, more importantly, is why I'm going to do it. I'll see you in the next update.